How to make 50K a month wholesaling the probate list. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you why you should be doing probates. I got to wake you up. Most importantly, I'm going to show you the steps to it, and we're going to teach you how to overcome the two biggest objections in probates, but you got to watch the video in entirety. So do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into wholesaling probates. So probates, yeah, I got a problem because probates make me so much money. I don't know why people don't do them. I get it. People want quick hit. They want that dopamine of putting a property under contract and selling it instantly. But if you put a little time in the probates, you've heard about the tortoise versus the hare. The tortoise wins in the end because they're the most patient person. Remember, I teach you how to run a marathon in wholesaling. You want to be a sprinter? Go for it. Sprinters never last. Marathon people, they don't look good doing it. But when they get to the end of the race, everybody cheers them on. Your bank account wins, everybody wins. So understanding, taking the long approach can make you the most money. Remember, you can still do all the other little deals, but probates are valuable. Number one, they're almost 100% vacant. Number two, they have tons of deferred maintenance. And number three, most of the PRs, the personal representative and or the executor, are out of state. This makes it perfect for a beginner that's starting out in wholesaling. Why? Well, Rick, I don't know how to do probates. Here's a little secret. I don't need you to know how to do probates. You need to learn how to locate people that have probate properties. And we're going to teach you how to reach out to them and how to engage them specifically in this video. That sounds taxing and overwhelming. Get over it. Your job is into marketing and locating these people, knowing that they have the highest profit level. Yes, I forgot to mention that before. The highest profit level in my business is always a probate. In fact, the deals I do nationwide with JVs, joint ventures, they're predominantly 70% more probates. Why? Because they're just it's the easiest way to identify motivation. Now, are these deals easy? No, they do take some time and they take a team to work together. Don't worry, you don't have to do it all yourself. I'll teach you how to put it all together. So they're perfect for first-time wholesalers because it gives you the time to find a cash buyer and usually get the highest profit level. Wouldn't you like to start out doing a deal for 50K, maybe in your first month or maybe even 3 months? If you're targeting probates, you have a great shot. I didn't say they're going to be easy, but they're going to give you the best outcome, especially if you think long-term in the business. Let me ask you this. If I told you to plan the dollar bill to come back to $1,000 6 months later, would you do it? Obviously you would. That's what I'm asking you to do in probates. So they're going to take a little bit more time, but I promise you it's worth it. The profit's much bigger. Now, how do we pull a probate list? It's very, very simple. Someone who passes away in probate basically owned a property, and because they're deceased, they can't sign the deed over. So it takes a court action called a probate court. Now, hopefully they died with a will, and the will appoint who the executor or the PR, personal representative, and that's the person we want to market to because that's the person who has the legal authority to sell that property. Now, if they have interest in selling the property, we need to connect with that PR. Now, you can go down to your courthouse. I taught that way back in the day, and it still works to today to that. But it's cumbersome. You got to get in your car, and some old type of counties don't even have the leads online. So if you have it, it's actually a competitive advantage, and all leads derive from the courthouse. And somewhere on that docket, you will find the person that petitions for it, and you'll find the PR, the executor. Sometimes it's the same person. Most of the time, they hire a lawyer to file the paperwork because all probates pretty much need a lawyer. Anyone who doesn't hire a lawyer does, I think it's pro se. They usually highly recommend they go get an attorney. And if I find someone without an attorney, I know they need my help more than ever. Remember, your job is to help the sellers get out of their own way, and it's no different in probates. Now, the other way you could do it, a little bit easier, if you have an XLeads account, xlead.com, you can even do this with our basic $97 a month. You get 25,000 leads per month. You get 25,000 free skip traces with it. And here's the really cool part. You get e-signing included. You get a Go High level account included. You get AI integration. But you can actually pull probates, and you can, for the first time, you can do it nationwide. That's right. You can go and do this nationwide. Now, one of the things is it is a challenge to find a PR. So what you want to do is when you have a probate, you want to cross-reference that county you're marketing in and see if they own a piece of property. Now, if I do it nationwide, go, Rick, how am I going to find the PR if I don't have access to the online records? Simple. You're going to basically, you can send a postcard or you can do a cold call, and you are looking for the estate of John Doe. John Doe is the deceased person, whoever you put in there. You could send out a letter. I share this letter for free on freewholesaling.com. Check it out. It works. The other way is you can just call and say, look, I was trying to get a hold of the personal representative for John Doe's estate. Now, it's not as easy without having the PR's name, but you can do this for the first time. You can do this nationwide. And if you know these are the most motivated leads with the highest profit, why wouldn't you just take me up and do it? Check it out, xleads.com. You can actually do it. And just say, listen, I'm interested in buying the property on 2200 5th Street. Are you the person I need to talk to? And if you do that, for the first time ever, you actually can do probates nationwide. You just got to take more of a generic approach because you only have so much time. You guys know that you do it locally to pull up the docket, get the PR and all that stuff, cross-reference the property appraiser. It is time consuming. So we cut the step. I'm still going to verify that they own property in that county, but I'm not going to seek down and chase the PR because it's too time consuming. So if you use those techniques I just taught you there, I just give you a way to where you can scale up probates. This is the first time ever, guys. I have not been able to do this before I did xLeads, and they made my dream come true. Now, we're working on systems to scale it and automate it for the entire country, but we're still in the beta testing phase. So I want you guys to help me get that information. I would love to hear your successes on doing nationwide probates through xLeads. Let me know in the comments below. Now, that information is going to be a little bit more dated because we're scraping it from the county site, and you'll never be able to beat the courthouse. So if you can do that, the other way you can do it is you can get online records. So my method of attacking them is sending them a full letter. Do not send postcards. They don't work. As I said, freewholesaling.com, the letter's there. It's there. And the other way is do a warm call. It's technically a cold call, but if you have the PR's name, it is a much better the way it goes. And I'm going to teach you some skills. When you have them on the phone, I'm going to give you a crash course here. Number one, take your time and let them tell you their story. Do not ever tell them they're in probate. Their job is to tell you they're in probate and they're interested in selling the property. Some people have emotional triggers when it comes to probate. Death is very tough for most people, and they're emotional. It's hard, and they can't deal with the pain and the agony. And this is where you're going to use God's gift of 2 ears, and you're going to hear them out. Your listening skills are imperative when it comes to probates. In fact, most wholesalers skip this process and they try to go straight to price. You're going to do the opposite. You're going to let them tell you what's going on. You're going to be a great listening ear, and you're going to get past the stranger danger comment, and you're not even going to bring up price on the first time. And you try to direct them on trying to find the motivation of what's going on in the house if they want to keep it or sell it. Once they identify on selling it, I'm going to go deeper and do more phone conversations. 5 touches, guys. 5. Count them. Rick, I wouldn't do it in 1. Well, that's fine. Go take somebody else's course. Go make your $3,000 to $5,000 assignments because I'm trying to make you 50 grand here. You're going to have to do some extra things. Listening is key. My second phone call, I'm past stranger danger. We're going to go deeper in the motivation and find out what's going on in the property, get key details, and keep pushing forward. By my 5th conversation, I'm already talking about price because they're probably telling me what they want for it. I like this Rick guy. He's not pushy. He's actually trying to help me out. And I tell him, no matter what, I'm going to help you get your house sold. Even if I got to refer to a realtor, I'm going to help him out. That's just who I am. Empath is the key when it comes to probates. This is why most wholesalers don't do well in it. There's such an extreme rush. They've been trained their entire career. Cold call, pound, electronic signature, move. Listen, you make 50K and you got to do a 2-hour phone call. I guarantee you it'll work out better than the cold calling one. But you got to make that decision. So guys, it's really just that simple. It's about locating the probates, getting in touch with the PR. If you do it nationwide, you got to take more of a generic approach. If you're doing it locally, I would recommend getting the PR's name and connecting with them personally on a cold call and or a letter. I like to do them both. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty of this. The 2 biggest objections you're going to come up with probates, you might as well just learn and train how to overcome them, because if you don't, you're going to get run under the bus. Number 1 is, hopefully there's not a realtor involved. Probates rarely work out when a real estate agent's involved because they don't understand it. The biggest objection I get from people, like, don't I have to wait till the probate is complete before I can sell you the property, Rick? I go, you have that option. I don't deny it to them. And that's probably what the lawyers instructed to you. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you have a mortgage on the property? Yes. I'm tired of paying it. Hey, do you pay utilities on the properties? Yes. I'm tired of paying that. Hey, do you pay the insurance bill? Yes. I'm tired of paying it. What about the property taxes? I got a $4,000 bill. It's due like next month. Rick, I can't keep paying for this. I never planned on this to happen. It's a terrible event in our family. And I don't even have the guts to go over the house. I go, I know. It's hard. Your job is to keep the family together and make the best out of the situation possible. And I'll ask him, what do you think mom would want? She want me to move on with her life and not sit there and struggle. Okay, can I help you do that? Sure. What do you need? Well, did you know all those things you just mentioned are reasons why you have the God-given gift ability by the United States court system to actually sell the asset prior to the probate being completed? Because what does that mean? What if I could show you actually how to sell this property before the probate's complete, saving you the tax payments, saving you the mortgage payment, saving you the utilities, saving you the insurance, saving you the property taxes? Is that something we can talk about? Oh my God, that'd be great. My lawyer didn't tell me anything about it. I know. I want to help you out. I want to give you as many options as possible. possible? Can we meet at the house, or can we meet somewhere and talk about it, or we can do it over the phone? Do you see how I came from a helping hand instead of just running them over with the price? Most people in probate don't understand how to do that. Now, the second objection you're going to get is, I need to run this by my lawyer. Now, most of those reaction is, I'm not going to give it to your lawyer because he's going to eat me alive. You need to take the opposite approach. Absolutely. I think that's a really smart decision, and I think you're smart for running it by the lawyer. But before I do that, before you just give it to the lawyer, here's what you number one. You're going to use a state-approved real estate contract. Why? Because lawyers like things that look very legal, have a lot of pages to it. My contract only has 2 pages because it's simple. Lawyers don't like it. Don't use that contract. If you don't know what type of contract, look for an as-is contract in your state that's approved by the Bar Association and the Realtors Association. Yeah, I said that. The easiest way to do it is get it from your title company. Why? Because it passes the snuff test. They do not like our 2-page contract. It's too clear. You don't need a lawyer for a 2-page contract. So we submit that contract. Number 2, you're going to do what we call the anchor method. And this is simply you're going to solidify your terms with your seller. So you're the buyer, they're the seller, they're the PR. It goes like, dude, I have no problem running the legal jargon. I just want to reemphasize to make sure we're clear on the deal. So number 1, I'm buying the property for $235,000. Yep. So you're solid on that price, right? And no matter what your lawyer says, you're good. Absolutely. Okay. I'm putting down a $500 deposit. I'm going to put it in escrow once your lawyer reviews it. I've got 5 days to put it in there. I might have to mail a check, and we'll give you an escrow letter. Yes, I'm 100% positive. Okay. And you realize once, however we decide to do it, if we do it before the probate, we successfully do it. Once we get court's approval, I have 30 days to close on it. Yeah, I'm 100% good with that. And it's an all cash deal. And you know what? We got to focus on that 235 because the rest of the terms you and me agreed on it. So are we good on those terms? Absolutely, Rick. Okay, your lawyer might go through the legal jargon. If we have to switch stuff up to make him happy, understand. I just want to make sure you're rock solid on that. So this is a proactive move. And if you do this, it's going to save the pain when the lawyer goes, I don't like that price. We did not hire a lawyer to negotiate the price. The lawyer represents the seller, and they're there to make sure they get all the legal help they can. So no, I talked to Rick. I'm fine with the 235. I gave my word. That's the price. AKA, they're trying to slip in a realtor. They're trying to do an appraisal. They're trying to do a PPO. Why? People get paid to do this. And when they refer it, people get, call it what you want, marketing fees, kickback fees. And so there's I don't like this $500 deposit. That's fine. He's going to give me a escrow letter once you review it. We're focusing on the 235. That opens it up. They're paying all cash and final. Like this 30 days, I think we should wait till the probate's done. He's like, nah, once it's approved, I want to get rid of it. I'm tired of paying the mortgage. I'm tired of paying the insurance. Are you going to pay it, Mr. Lawyer? No. Rick says, if we can get this done, we can actually alleviate that payment. Now, at this point, if you can get the contract signed before the lawyer, you don't need a lawyer's permission for anything. But listen, half the deals are going to be run by a lawyer. If you follow this price anchoring method, it will save your deal from falling apart. Once I employed this, almost all my probates stopped. Because lawyers they're just terrible at negotiating real estate prices. It's not their forte. They argue the law, not the price. If there's damages, they can argue that. There's no damages here. They're just getting the property sold to make sure it gets to the probate court smoothly. So let's reemphasize 2 objections. Got to run it by my lawyer. I've given you every way to overcome that. Price anchoring crushes that one. And the second one is, did you know you could sell your property prior to the probate being completed? That's right. It's 100% factual. If you don't believe me, go to your title company, go to a legitimate probate lawyer in your state, and they will all tell you. All they are is filing a motion to liquidate the asset. It doesn't close the probate out. It closes out that one asset. Remember, the probate's going to include bank accounts, real estate, cars, trucks, boats, bonds, stocks, and usually the biggest expense is real estate. If we can mitigate it and prove to them by selling it now, it takes a burden off the estate, no judge is going to deny that motion. You have to run quarterback for your seller and instruct your seller on how to present this to your lawyer. And the best way to do that, in my honest to God opinion, without hiring a lawyer, is work with your title company. They know the exact motion that needs to be filed in their state. Now, not everyone's going to go for, like, I want to sell it before the probate's complete. That's fine. If they're hell-bent on waiting till the probate's done, you just wait it out. Once you have it under contract, you're good to go. Guys, I'm telling you, if you can overcome these 2 objections and you can do probates nationwide, I'm going to create absolute monsters out there when it comes to probate. I'm excited about it. I got a late start in probates, but honestly, I'm just ramping up. I love these because I love helping people. I love solving problems. And the bigger the problem solved, the more money you can make in wholesaling. Why would probates be any different? You can easily make $50K a month taking this nationwide. Do it locally, do it nationally. But here's the key: get started. Stop waiting. Great wholesalers take action today, and they keep progressing every day forward, no matter how uncomfortable they are. So let me know in the comments, are you going to use any of these techniques to get your 50K a month wholesaling probates? Let me know. And as usual, if you got value from this video, make sure you do this. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone who wants to learn how to get started in probates. Guys, you are so close. Just get started. That is the key. The more people you help, the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you make in wholesaling. I love this business. I love you guys. This is Rick Ginn. I'll see you in the next video.